Hey Tavern of Heroes, my name's David Adams. I'm a principal level designer for Overwatch.
Hello, Tavern of Heroes. I'm Scott Mercer. I'm one of the principal designers on Overwatch.
На новой карте присутствует множество пасхальных яиц, отсылок и проходов. Но при этом обе команды должны иметь доступ ко всем ее возможностям, чтобы уравнять шансы на победу. Сколько времени вам потребовалось, чтобы создать и довести мир Blizzard до совершенства? И, раз уж речь зашла об этом, сколько времени уходит на балансировку карт в целом?
So typically when we build a map, it takes about 2 months before, 2 to 3 months before it even goes to art at all. So level design, we put together what's known as a gray box. So it's very simple, basic geometry shapes like boxes and stuff like that. We build out the level, and then we start play testing. So we probably do like 1 to 2 months of play testing on a map before it even goes to art at all. So we're pretty sure that by the time we're ready to start adding it and making it look really good, that it plays very well, it plays fair. We won't just start in and start putting like, Blizzard art in there or anything like that. It'll stay in that form of the gray box for several months before anything actually happens to the map. And then it takes like probably from start to finish to final art is probably like 7 to 8 months it takes to do one map. I know everybody thinks like, oh, why don't they come out with lots of maps? But it takes a lot of time to polish it. Actually, the Blizzard world that's here at the show, we're still working on it. We're actually polishing it a bit more. We just have the show version, but when it finally comes out in January, then it's going to be even better. We're still working on it. And the same with like balance things. If we find something that's not right in the map, we'll go back and make changes. We even make changes after there's art in there to just try and make it right. We always want to make sure that it's balanced for both offense and defense. So it takes a lot of time to do that, but we try to do it right.
Второй вопрос. Вчера был представлен новый герой. Некоторым игрокам Мойра показалась довольно странной смесью ангела, дзиньята и жнеца. И сообщество не в восторге от того, что, как им кажется, вы выпустили персонажа, заимствующего механики других героев. Что вы можете сказать, чтобы разубедить их? Есть ли еще что-то, что мы должны знать?
Well, definitely, I think there's quite a few new mechanics with Mojra. Certainly, she has healing, but with her, her primary healing is actually area of effect. Unlike someone like Mercy, who attaches to one hero, when she sprays out healing, it actually affects multiple heroes at a time. So that's very different. That healing is on. It uses biotic energy, which is a resource. It doesn't use ammo like many other weapons, and then it depletes as she uses that. So her damaging weapon, it replenishes that biotic energy as it deals damage and also heals her. So there's a very interesting interplay of I can do a lot of healing, but I run out and then I need to go replenish, and what should I be doing at any one time? Should I be healing my team? Should I be finishing off a low health enemy? It's a very interesting decision. And then the orb, the biotic orb, is a very unique mechanic in that she actually can project either healing or damage at range. And the orb, once it's sent out, if it's a healing orb, once it gets next to your teammates, it slows down and heals them as it moves through. But what's really cool about it is that the orb bounces, so you can actually, if your team needs a whole lot of healing, what you can do is send the orb towards your team, but then aim it at a wall that is perpendicular, so that not only does it like heal as it goes through, but then it bounces and heals on the way back. So there's a lot of like very interesting, like cool, clever plays you can make with the orb, and in a similar way with the damaging version of that, you can send it around corners, you can bounce it. If you're in a very small space, you can bounce it off the ceiling. It's not just the walls. There's a lot of like very interesting things. And then the ultimate is just crazy. It's just this huge beam, and with that, it's all like about like just how many enemies and friendlies can you line up there? It's this big, huge, impactful moment. So, I mean, yes, she does healing. Yes, she does damage, and there's a lot of heroes that do that, but she does it in some very distinct, unique ways.
И снова о Мойре. Планировали вы сделать ее одинаково хорошо лечащей и наносящей урон, или же что-то она делает лучше? Можно ли сравнить ее с Диньятой, ведь их способности несколько схожи?
So she definitely is, I think, overall a better healer than a damage dealer. I mean, if you're a player who wants to add a lot of damage to your team, you know, you can take Soldier 76 or McCree or any of these kinds of characters. She's primarily designed as a support healer. The damaging part of her is sort of, it's when you're not healing, what else are you doing? Well, you're doing damage. But unlike Zenyatta has this utility with Discord Orb, which allows you to place it on an enemy and then your entire team deals more damage. With her, it's more personal. She doesn't have as much team utility. So,
I think on the ultimate though, I think that just that portion of it is like something that's like can be very damaging, like as opposed to like the Zenyatta, which is just like keep my team alive, heal everybody up, and protect them. This is like she'll take out enemies just as well.
But that's the ultimate. But like with Zenyatta, a lot of his gameplay is like charging up the really big attack.
Yeah,
that's very bursty. Her like damaging ability, it's more constant, and so it gives the enemy a little bit more time to react to it, move out of the way, get to just cover, get some healing of their own. So it definitely, while it's damage, when you actually get down to playing it, it ends up playing very differently than Zenyatta.
Сразу после анонса Мойры вы дали возможность испытать ее нескольким представителям сообщества, одним из которых был Мьюслк. И во время игры он неоднократно подчеркивал, что ее суперспособность слишком сильна. Собираетесь ли вы уже начать дорабатывать ее или оставите все как есть до того, как она выйдет на тестовых серверах?
We'll see, but she's hitting PTR very soon, so we'll definitely get it more into the hands of a lot more people than just those are here at BlizzCon, and we will definitely react to the feedback we get about all of her kit. Whether if something's too strong, we'll react to it.
Почти в каждой карте есть своя изюминка. Невесомость, батуты, платформы. Будут ли такие на новые карты? Если да, то какие?
I think Blizzard World as a theme park and kind of this just homage to all the great Blizzard games. I think that's kind of its special thing is like, yeah, it's just the love for all the Blizzard games. And what was super cool about this map is we actually, we had people from all the other teams at Blizzard come over and like help us work on it. They took a look at the, the Hearthstone guys came over and looked at like the tavern to make sure like everything looked super cool. And for everybody from Heroes of the Storm, like everybody came over and was involved in it. So I think kind of the coolest thing about the map is it was one for the whole company, not just kind of the Overwatch team making this. We brought everybody in and they got to be a part of it. So yeah, it doesn't have like some kind of crazy platforms or anything, but it's got, it's got all the love of Blizzard in it. So I think it's pretty special.
Right.
И еще тогда один вопрос. Количество героев постоянно увеличивается, и постоянно появляются новые карты. Насколько сложно становится балансировать игру, и насколько с выходом нового контента каждый раз задача затрудняется?
It gets a little harder, but it's definitely, we're nowhere near a point of it being unmanageable at all. I mean, it's something that, the thing about balance is the balance changes even without us having different heroes. And people learn to play the game in different ways. What's popular, what the popular heroes already use. People develop new strategies. They learn new things about the game, and that changes. So, when you think about how many heroes we've reworked, in the past, whether it be Mercy or Diva or Junkrat or Symmetra, even going back there, like that was something we were, we're addressing all these things, as we're building, so there's a lot of stuff even that New Heroes that we're looking at, and for us, it's just a matter of, we play the game a lot, we listen to a whole lot of feedback, and it's just trying to make the best changes for these heroes that not only makes it balanced, but makes it really fun.
И еще один вопрос. С какими проблемами вы столкнулись при разработке Мойры и мира Blizzard?
What sorts of problems?
Проблемы с балансом и общие трудности.
Yeah, I mean, with the map itself, it's just, there's a lot of iteration that goes on. So, I mean, for those first few months of working on the map, it changed a lot. We hope that we don't have to make changes once, a lot of changes when they go to art. But we've had to make like a few changes in the map with, some of the spawn rooms and some of the elevation and sight lines and things like that. We've had to like bend things around a little bit in the map to try and make those work a little bit better, so that there wasn't any unfair advantage for any one team over the other. So that kind of goes on all the time. I think even after the map comes out, we still look at that stuff and we'll make changes if we feel they need to be made.
I mean, with Mora, certainly, right now some of our numbers, they're really good. Yeah. It's a lot of damage, so we'll have to look at that. We'd be very careful with that. But I think also there's a lot of challenges with her in terms of making her readable and easy to understand. Like a lot of the effects might have gone through a lot of iteration. How a lot of the beams, how they look, so you understand, exactly what they're doing, and how much area they're actually. There's some gameplay elements in terms of am I getting hit by that beam or not? And we want to make sure those are very clear for the players so they understand what's happening to them. So that's taken a bit of iteration as well. I mean, she's a pretty complicated hero, but we think the final result will be something that people have a tremendous amount of fun with.
Okay, this is the last question. Thank you for interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.